Good morning. This week your assignment is again over collegeboard.org. This is a really important site for your future because you're going to use it to start looking at what college do you want to attend, how will I pay for college, how do I register for the SAT. So we're going to take a look at this again. Once again, I want you to log in to collegeboard.org. Remember, college is spelled COLLEGEBOARD.org. If you spell it with an A, that's a collage. We don't want to look at a collage. We want to look at colleges. So when you get to this page, please watch this entire video before you start going. When you get to this page, we're going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to search for a college. Today, I'm going to look for Indiana University. So I start typing it in, and right there it is at the top. So I'm going to touch it, and Indiana University at Bloomington will pop up. Now last week, come on, there we go. Last week we did look at the beginning menu items that show up. We looked at a glance. There's a lot of good information here. We also looked at deadlines. Today we're going to look at majors in learning environment, campus life, applying, and paying. So what I want to look at next is majors in learning environment. It talks about Indiana University, Bloomington. Again, you get to research whatever college you're interested in. This one is on a semester, very similar to what we do here at Western. Start in August, end before Christmas, start again after Christmas, end in May. There are about 16 students for every faculty member, and this is a really good number over here. 90% of the students return for their sophomore year. That's excellent. Some schools don't have that many. IUK tends to be lower than that because a lot of students will get their first year or two of college out of the way while living at home to save money, and then they'll go to college on campus. Again, right here are your degrees that you can get. Notice that IU offers all of them. A certificate's less than 2 years. You get your associates, that's about 2 to 3. Your bachelor's 4. Master's takes about 6 because you have to have your bachelor's plus 2. Your doctoral is your bachelor's plus 4 more years. If you want to look at what they teach or what type of degrees they have, you want to look at what their most popular majors are. At IU, their biggest one by far is business and marketing. So if you are interested in being an actor or actress, maybe this isn't the school for you because they're way down here at the 5% area. If you take a look, they have biology, they have communication, journalism. They have quite a few different types of degrees. If you want to be real specific, you go to all majors right next to the most popular. Look at the little red tab. If I hit the one right next to it where it says all majors, now it tells me specifically, do they have what I'm interested in? Let's say you're interested in marine biology. Oh, this doesn't want to move for me right now. Okay, here we go. Let's go to biological studies. Do they have marine biology in here? They do not. They go from epidemiology to microbiology to neuroscience. So I don't see marine biology in there. If I wanted to study the ocean, I should not apply at IU Bloomington because they don't have it. Those are typically at colleges near the ocean because you can go out and actually study. So let's take a look down here under business. Maybe you want to study about international business. Okay, they have that here. They have accounting. So if you know specifically what you want to do, you can do that. You can come in here and look. I want to look for engineering. I think that would be under the E's. Right there's engineering. We all know that Purdue has the major engineering programs here in Indiana, along with Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman's a private school. But here, IU has general engineering, and then if you want just a certificate, which is less than 2 years, you can learn how to handle hazardous waste or occupational safety and health. technology degree. So that's what you have. It's a way to look through material. That way you don't make a mistake going to a college that doesn't offer what you want. If we take a look at study options and services right next door to all majors, we're going right across these tabs. Notice that you can have accelerated programs, you can have independent study. These are things that are a little bit more advanced for you right now. But IU has a New York semester that might be in the fashion industry. It might be in government. Study abroad. If you're studying Spanish, maybe you could go to Spain. My son had a biology Spanish major at his college. He wanted to get both biology and Spanish. So he did a study in Ecuador where he got to live in the capital city of Quito, learn Spanish a little bit better. And then for the biology part, he went to the rainforest and they did studies in the rainforest. And then they were on a yacht for a few weeks and they circled the Galapagos Islands, and they would go in and they were on an island cataloging the tortoises. So computer services are generally free there. They'll set your computer up to attach to their servers. Okay, we're going to go to campus life next. And campus life on IU, oh, there it is. Okay, it tells me there's a lot of people living on that campus. It says there's 33,084 students. That is a big campus. And the freshmen, there are 8,291. So you can see that this is a really big campus. Now, oh, look over there. It says it's a residential campus. There's a question coming up that says, what's the difference between a residential campus and a commuter campus? A residential campus is where most students live at the campus. IU, Bloomington, Purdue, definitely residential campuses. Ball State is too. However, if you want to go to IUK, most people drive home at night because it's right here in our community. If you go to a residential campus, you save money because you don't pay for room and board, your dorm, and your food. A lot of people go to IUK for maybe the first year or two, and then they transfer to a 4-year college that's residential because that way they can get the degree they want. If you want to take a look at your college at IU, it says the average age is about 20. There's only 3% part-time students. It talks about gender and in-state and out-of-state. If you take a look at the race and ethnicity, you'll notice that IU has 69% of the students are white. And then you can look at the other categories as far as Latino, Asian, African American, 2 or more races. And then there's that 8% non-resident alien. That does not mean you're going to see little green men walking around the campus. Non-resident aliens are people who are from other countries. They are alien to the United States. Okay, so you can take a look through this. Housing. What kind of housing do they have? Co-ed, men's, women's. Co-ed housing has both girls and boys in the building. If you go to a co-ed building, usually each room has its own bathroom. That way you can have girls and boys on the same floor. It's more like apartment living. Let's take a look at activities you could get involved in. They have lots of music. They have radio stations you could be a DJ on, TV stations. You could get involved in sports. Intramural is where you would do that most of the time. Intramural is where you form your own team with your friends on campus and you play other small groups. Additional programs has some very important material. This is where you can get free counseling. When you go to campus, you are an adult and you don't have to, your parents aren't told. If you go and you get help, let's say personal counseling because you're depressed, that's strictly between you and your counselor. When you go to college, your parents aren't told anything along that line unless you want them to be notified. Notice there's also alcohol and substance abuse. If you get to college and find out you're in trouble with something along that line, get the help because it's available, it's free, and nobody would know. Academic support programs, these are really important because they have a learning center where you can go and get help. Notice tutoring as one of those. You get free tutoring. Somebody will sit with you and help you if you're having trouble in math or science or English, and they will help you for free. That's their job. They get paid for on campus. There's a writing center as well, and that will help you with papers. Okay, so let's take a look at applying. The thing I really want you to notice here is that IU Bloomington gets about 43,000 applications a year. It's actually 42,901. How many actually get to enroll? Only 8,291. That means about 34,000 people are disappointed. If you're going to apply for a college, you have to get serious about work in middle school and high school because the competition is there. There is far fewer getting into college than applying. If you go to UCLA and look at their applications, they typically have somewhere around 113,000 people applying to be in the freshman class, and they only accept around 6,500. So you have a very low percent chance of getting into that college. You have to make your grades count in middle school and high school. Okay, so let's take a look at what's important for getting in at IU Bloomington. Your grade point average in high school, your class rank, the rigor of your secondary school. That's how tough a classes did you take and how did you test. Okay, if you want to know, the SAT and ATC are tests that you take to get in, and they look at your scores. If you have SAT, here's your average scores. ACT is a little bit easier to look at because it's all in one group. It says that out of 36 points, you have to score 24 to 31. Most of the people come from the 30 to 36 category. You have to score well. Please, please, please take your education seriously. Okay, paying for college. Notice I'm always using these menus along the side. Paying for college, we have in-state, we have out-of-state. Indiana is a public school, so it gets tax money. If you're a resident of Indiana, it's cheaper for you. Look at your tuition here. It's $9,707. What happens if you're from out of state? Let's say you live in Ohio and you want to come to IU Bloomington. Your tuition is then $35,272. And they do that because as your parents work, your families work, they put money into the tax system supporting the colleges. If you come from Ohio, you don't. So these are important things I want you to start understanding about college. I want you to understand how important your middle school and high school years are for getting ready for college. Make sure you take a look through this. You may have to watch this video 2 or 3 times because now you're going to go look up the college you're interested in and you're going to answer the questions I'm attaching to this assignment. I hope you have a good day. Please get this in by the due date. After that, I will not be accepting it. Thank you. Have a good day.